The first step starts by removing the stigma. Secondly, by reaching out for help, whether it's professional help or reaching out to trusted family members and friends and asking them for help. If you feel depressed, you need to talk to someone about it. You should not bottle it up, because when you bottle it up, it could explode. It could lead to dangerous situations. Talk to someone, reach out for help. Most people who reach out for help, they actually feel relieved and they do end up getting help. Depression is a disorder just like other disorders. It can affect anyone. It can affect any family. It affects the rich and the poor, the religious and the not religious. Sometimes hormonal imbalances happen and it's natural. But there is stigma in society. The first step is to remove that stigma. Once we create a healthy environment, people actually feel encouraged to reach out for help. They won't be concerned that others will view them negatively and put them down. So that's the first step, to remove the stigma. And this is something we collectively have to do, my dear brothers and sisters. We need to promote a better environment when it comes to addressing depression and other mental health issues. Secondly, I know some people, they refuse to get medical help, professional therapy. Sometimes, for a lot of cases, you have to see a therapist. Yes, you have to see a qualified therapist, not just any therapist. You have to go to a therapist who has good reviews. You've heard from others that they're very good at depression. Because there are some therapists, the minute you go to them, all they want to do is prescribe medication to you. No, you need to go to someone who's trusted. I remember once a brother told me, he said, Sayyid, once I went to a therapist and I was sitting there explaining my situation and he was eating popcorn. Now, you don't want to go to a therapist like that who's eating popcorn when you're talking to him about your depression, right? Go to someone who has good reviews, who has treated other people, who doesn't rush into quickly giving you medication. Because medication is one type of treatment. Sometimes you just need cognitive therapy. Sometimes you just need psychological techniques to cope with your depression. But seeing a therapist is actually something that's healthy, my dear brothers and sisters. It's not something that we should dismiss. So, the first step starts by removing the stigma. Secondly, by reaching out for help, whether it's professional help or reaching out to trusted family members and friends and asking them for help. If you feel depressed, you need to talk to someone about it. You should not bottle it up, because when you bottle it up, it could explode. It could lead to dangerous situations. Talk to someone, reach out for help. Most people who reach out for help, they actually feel relieved and they do end up getting help. And my dear brothers and sisters, if you suspect that someone might be depressed, might be suicidal, they're saying unusual things, they seem continually sad, they start isolating themselves, you have to treat this as a serious situation. Go out to them, reach out to them. And remember the first cause of depression, lack of care. They feel that no one cares about them in the world. We need to show them genuine care. If you show them genuine care, you can help them, you can save lives. Sometimes it's very simple. One small, simple act can save a life, my dear brothers and sisters. A few years ago, in the Netherlands, there was a boy who attended the Friday sermon. It was either the month of Ramadan or maybe the Prophet's birthday. One of these events. It was an important Islamic event. So after he attended the sermon, and he had heard some recommendations from the speaker on how to be good to your neighbors and give them flowers and give them a gift. So basically, he goes to his neighborhood and he knocks at a door. He knocks at a door. Seconds later, maybe 30, 40 seconds, it took a while, an old lady opened the door. And she told him, what do you want? He told her, it's our Prophet's birthday, or maybe it was the month of Ramadan, Eid is coming, and I would like to give you a flower. She broke up in tears. She later came to that community center and she told them her story. She said, I was severely depressed. And on that day, I had decided to commit suicide. I was in my room about to hang myself when someone knocked at the door. I'm like, who would stop by to check on me? Who cares about me in this world, in this universe? Who cares about me? But I'm like, let me go answer the door. I went, I answered the door. I saw a 6-year-old boy. He gave me a flower. She said that 6-year-old boy and his flower saved my life. Because I realized that there is someone in the world who cares about me even this much to give me a flower. See, a small act, it can save a life. One small little act, my dear brothers and sisters. You may think it's an insignificant act. I'll share with you another story. Someone writes, this person, she says, I was suicidal. I did not know what to do. I felt no one in the world cares about me. So one day I went on a blog. Before attempting to commit suicide, I went online on a blog. And I decided to reach out for help. And I wrote in that blog that I am severely depressed. I need help. What do I do? She's like, one person responded. One person responded. And what did that person say to her? One word, hello. Hello. That's all. No paragraph. She wrote a paragraph telling them about her situation before deciding suicide. She got a response from someone on that blog using one word, hello. This lady says that hello saved my life. I realized there is someone in the world who cares about me even this much to say a hello. Don't say, what can I do? It won't make a difference. Show them genuine care. And the one who is struggling from depression, my dear brothers and sisters, should know that even if they feel no one cares about them in the world, you have someone who created you and loves you. Don't forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with you, even if the world abandons you, you have not lost anything. Don't forget your Creator and how much He loves you. You know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Prophet Dawood alayhi salam? When Dawood asked him, oh Allah, every king has a treasure. What's your treasure? You're the king of kings. You're the king of the universe. He said, Dawood, you know what my treasure is? You know what my kenz is? It's qalbu abdi al-mu'min. It's the heart of my believing servant. Your heart is the treasure of Allah. If you just know that, that in itself will help you, my dear brothers and sisters. Realize Allah is there. It doesn't matter. If you work at a company and the CEO has the best relationship with you, the CEO tells you, I've got your back covered. I'm there for you. I'll do anything that you need. Now imagine the co-workers, people who work in that company, they don't care about you. They don't show you concern. Do you really care? Not really. The CEO has told you, look, I'm on your side. I'll give you anything. You need help, I'll give you help. You need a promotion, I'll give you a promotion. You need money, I'll give you money. I'm there for you. When you have the CEO at the company, do you care what the manager is going to do? No. My dear brothers and sisters, who is the CEO of the universe? Think of that. Even if the people abandon you, you have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The other recommendation that I have, my dear brothers and sisters, for those who do feel depression once in a while, is the following tips. Number one, You have to keep yourself busy. Free time triggers your depression and increases it. You have to fill every hour of the day with an activity. Even if you don't have the energy and it's difficult, force yourself. Such that when you go back home, or when it's time for you to sleep, you're exhausted. You're exhausted, you're putting your head on the pillow, that's it. You're just drained, you immediately sleep. You have to fill your schedule with activities. Go out 2-3 hours, take a walk in the park. Read knowledge. Knowledge is the best protector against depression. Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, he says there is nothing that helps you with loneliness like knowledge and the intellect. That should be part of your schedule. Volunteering, that should be part of your schedule. Spending time with friends and family members. You have to push yourself, because people who are depressed, they're low on energy. They don't feel like doing any of these activities, but you have to push yourself. Filling your schedule, making yourself as busy as you can, that in itself will help you. That's number one. Number two, my dear brothers and sisters, the Holy Quran gives us one recipe, and that is this verse in the Holy Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states that we know, Ya Rasulullah, your heart, your chest becomes depressed due to what people say to you. يَضِيقُ صَدْرُكَ بِمَا يَقُولُونَ. So what's the remedy? فَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ وَكُنْ مِنَ السَّاجِدِينَ. Fall into sujood, prostration, and praise Allah and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do you know what the sujood does, my dear brothers and sisters? Study the science of sujood and what the sujood does. When you go into prostration, that in itself removes mountains of burdens from your chest. Try it. Tonight, 5 minutes. Do sujood. Say 100 times in your sujood, Subhana Rabbi al-A'la wa bihamdih. And every time you say it, take a deep breath. Try it. You will see mountains of burdens removed from your chest. It's a guarantee from Allah. It's a recipe that Allah gives us in the Holy Quran. And make sure that when you're doing the sujood, my dear brothers and sisters, you do it on the earth. You know when the Prophet ﷺ said, جُعِلَتْ لِيَ الْأَرْضُ مَسْجِدًا وَطَهُورًا, the earth has been made a place of sujood for me. Not the carpet, no, the earth. And that's why we pray on the earth. And clay tablets from the earth. There's science behind this, my dear brothers and sisters. I want you to go and study the science of grounding or earthing. Look it up today. Look it up today. There are so many negatively charged electrons flowing on the surface of the earth, on the crust of the earth. Due to the radiation from the sun, the magnetic field of the earth is charged with all these electrons. Scientists are saying that it's extremely healthy for the body to come into direct contact with the earth, because your skin is a good conductor. It's an excellent conductor. They actually call it grounding. Have you seen sometimes with certain appliances that you plug into the wall, into the electric outlet, there is a third prong over there. Have you seen it? Do you have it here in Canada or just in the US? You have it here. What is that for, that third one? It's for grounding, it's for the earthing. Why do you use that? Why? So that, God forbid, if you touch that electrical appliance and you get electrocuted, it gets channeled into the earth, because the earth sucks the electricity. That's what the earth does. See how much energy is flowing through the earth? When you come into direct contact with the earth, it does amazing wonders to your body. Health-wise, it reduces inflammation. It helps with the regeneration of cells in your body, and it makes you feel better. Allah says, fall into sujood on the ground. And that's why you find the great prophets of God, the Imams of Ahlul Bayt, they would actually sleep on the earth. Our beloved Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib, what's one of his titles? Abu Turab, the father of the earth, the father of dust. Why? Because he used to put his cheek on the earth. These days we don't come into contact with the earth. You're always wearing shoes, you don't walk on the earth. We live in homes, apartments. That has consequences. That's why today many doctors are saying, go out in nature, touch the earth, walk on grass, walk on the earth, walk on the dust. It's really healthy for you. And subhanAllah, Islam 14 centuries ago says, just put your head, because your brain, the frontal lobe is right before your forehead. Allah says, put it on the ground and see the wonders that will happen to you. That in itself, my dear brothers and sisters, will go a long way in helping this. So there are many techniques and procedures when it comes to alleviating depression, but remember, it is a serious issue. And we need to do more as a society to remove the stigma and show them care and give them genuine care. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us that peace and certainty in our hearts. ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب.
آخر موعود عالم یا مهدی